Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by my channel. I am Surge T. In this video I will be talking about AEW Dynamite for the 8th of May 2024. It's been a long time coming. It seems that I recorded this when I recorded it, but I watched Dynamite and now I'm recording. Pretty tough week. Couple of appointments I had to go to when it comes to my doctor, so I'm just now getting to the recording part. I watched Dynamite and I'm going to talk about it here, and I'm going to give you what I honestly thought of Dynamite, this episode, the product, what's going on. Let's see let's get to it. Let's talk. Now we see Edge walking backstage and he faces another member of the House of Black in a no DQ match. And Edge pretty much says that House of Black wanted the rated R superstar, and they're going to get the rated R superstar. Now, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy is in action right off the bat and at the top of the hour, and he faces Trent Beretta, who comes out to the Best Friends music. You'd think he would get new heel music, wouldn't you? But Orange starts off hot and heavy, taking it to the outside, but Trent takes control and rams Orange Cassidy into the ring post and into the barricade. Physicality by Beretta, but OC hangs in there and into the crowd they go. And is this a no DQ match? I don't recall that being announced by the looks of it, or the ref allowing a little leeway with these two. Now, some usual stuff in what we'd expect in this type of grudge match. Same old shit, nothing new. And speaking of nothing new, a high knee connects, on Orange Cassidy. Well, I should say a high knee of Orange Cassidy connects, but he gets up. Oh, no. You know how I do this, folks, right? I'm honest. I am, not perfect. I make mistakes, and you will see it because I want to lay myself out there. I'm not going to be rehearsed. I'm not going to heavily edit it where you see me going, how about that? That thing where they edit it and then you see them talking and then they're talking over here, they're talking over here. I don't do that. Anyway, a high knee connects to Orange Cassidy, but he gets up and delivers an orange punch. No selling that knee, of course. Don Callis comes out. And is he and Orange Cassidy a thing? Are they aligned? And then in the lower graphic, as I'm contemplating that, it shows that Omega has an important announcement. And I already saw it on social media, and it's a Anarchy in the Arena match between the Elite and Team AEW at Double or Nothing. I didn't mind seeing that because it's like, what else would have happened between these two? Between the Elite and Omega. Omega can't compete, so he's going to assemble his own team to take on the evil EVPs, not the, hero EVP that we see in Omega. But back to the match, we see Beretta hits consecutive pile drivers twice, and a knee strike, and Trent removes the turnbuckle padding. But it backfires on him, and Orange pulls Trent onto the exposed turnbuckle. And Orange Cassidy rolls up Trent and gets the pin and win with the dreaded, never, always protected, fearsome roll-up. I'm telling you, I keep saying it, these guys, WWE 2, need to get a sponsor with fruit roll-ups, because that's how a lot of the matches always win. I get it that those are ways that people win, but it just seems like it's never... It's majority of the time, other than over all of the finisher moves they have in there, it's always protected. Why? And then we see Trent Beretta, of course, a post-match attack, and he pile drives Orange Cassidy onto the steel step and does a catapult with OC Orange Cassidy under the ring. And with a toolbox in hand, he looks to take out Orange Cassidy for good. And it seems, and Callis goes to Orange Cassidy's aid. And then Statlander comes out and she gives a little talking to Trent Beretta. Like, what the fuck are you doing? She didn't say fuck. I don't think I've ever seen her curse, but she says, what are you doing? I'm pretty sure she was thinking that. Now, the Elite arrive and take Tony Khan's parking spot. Boy, do they think they are running things? I mean, it looks like it, sure. But do you honestly think that they're going to get away with it in the end? You know, is Tony Khan biding his time? You know. And then I see that what happened after that attack last week, they attacked Omega while he was on the gurney. And then Jack Perry, you know, directs his comments to Omega backstage, and he informs Omega that no one needs him and that sacrifices need to be made. Now, Kenny Omega himself appears on camera while he is in a hospital bed in ER. May 26 marks 5 years where it all started at Double or Nothing. So the Bucks like to stroll to the beat of their own drum, says Omega, and go by no rules. Well, let's throw the rule book out. With Anarchy in the Arena, no rules. Like I mentioned before, it was already all over social media. And that match, well, not official, because, you know, we have the Bucks, Okada, and Jack Perry, and they're going to be going up against Omega's choosing of FTR and the other two, who on first come, first serve basis, this is Omega saying that because it's first come, first serve basis, these individuals may just show themselves to the Bucks sooner rather than later. So I'm thinking, okay, that means that there's going to be a revelation or a revealing of those other two opponents for the Bucks, and Perry and Okada. Now, the Professor Sereena Deeb will go against Timeless Toni Storm, one-on-one for the Women's World title. She's on the stage there and being interviewed by Tony Schiavone. Got 3 Tonys? Tony Khan, Tony Storm, and Tony Schiavone. A lot of Tonys, huh? And it reminds me of like how Mean Gene Okerlund would interview people on that very same spot. Don't know if that's where they got it from, if that's an inspiration from that, or are they claiming that they're the ones that did that? I don't know. I'm not saying they do, but it's kind of a nice, you know, throwback to how interviews were conducted. I like when I see AEW do that. WWE does that on occasion, but I like when they do that because it's like I said, it's a throwback to the Mean Gene, God rest his soul. Now, Sereena Deeb, is she ready? Well, she looks great, and I'm looking forward to their match. And here's her. She says, some say that, you know, she's not going to beat Storm, but she explains that losing is not an option. She was out 15 months, and she's back. She suffered 3 seizures. Very scary for her. And the hardest part is what causes them. It gave her focus and finally become the world's Women's World champ. And some things like that, Darkest Hour and all that stuff, when you come out of that, your focus becomes clear. And that's what happens to Toni Storm. To Sereena Deeb. And then on a side note, these idiots in the arena talking over her and being fucking rude. Like, man, people, listen to what she has to say. Some serious shit here. Some serious stuff here. And these idiots want to just make it about themselves. It's okay to cheer, chant, whatever you want, but sometimes throw that shit out the back and give your undivided attention. I think Sereena Deeb has earned that right. But the Timeless One comes out, and as we hear her music hit, she thinks of Deeb as a charity case and throws her opponent money, future opponent money. But Deeb tells Storm, you know, to take this shit seriously. But Storm answers back that she doesn't give a solitary shit about her struggle. And So typical heel tactics there. Typical heel shit. And then she lays out the champ with a shot to her kisser as he was trying to do the same to Sereena Deeb. So Sereena Deeb got the upper hand. And of course, the man with the luckiest job in the world gets to carry Toni Storm to the back. Now, Rocky Romero talks to Orange Cassidy backstage. He's licking his wounds. He's in the trainer's, the training room. And Romero's going to face 1/3 of the Trios champs, the Bang Bang Gang. And if he wins, that he, OC, and a partner of their choice, be it Ishii, Shibata, whomever, can challenge for the Trios title. Now, Mariah May takes on Harley Cameron, who was accompanied by the ever-absent Saraya. Where's that girl been? Like she likes to say, baby girl. Where's that baby girl been? I must say Mariah May is one amazing wrestler in that ring. You know what I mean? And Cameron is no slouch, and we see her working over Mariah May outside, and inside they collide with a double hair pull twist in the air, base plant, something like that. When they run at each other and grab their hair and they kind of twist this way, and bam, that's what they did. Same time. And of course, the professional mime referee Aubrey Edwards is a distraction for me as I try to watch this match. She makes these facial expressions, and then she's like this, like I've said in the past, and I'm like, what is wrong with her? Like, it's not all about you there, Aubrey. If you want to be a wrestler, if you want to have attention to you, why don't you go into the wrestling part instead of just the referee part? I got no problem with her, but that is the thing that I've always seen about her. Like, what the fuck is going on with her? Huh? But the Mariah, she's hit with a jawbreaker, and she is set up for an eat defeat type of move. May hits with a devastating headbutt when Cameron misses that. And then she hits to the top turnbuckle and connects with a missile dropkick and nails her with a hip attack. A la her idol, Toni Storm, like we always talk about. Mariah May, she don't have that ample derriere there, but but her idol does. But she does pretty well. You see the head of Cameron snap back, so she did put some oomph behind it. But Saraya pulls her out of the way. Oh no, she didn't hit her. What am I talking about? I've seen her do it before, and it does have a little bit of oomph on it. But Saraya pulls her out of harm's way, and Mariah slaps the taste out of her mouth. A little payback for calling her Tiny Storm. And then Harley tries to roll up for a near fall. And then Mariah May hits the Mayday finisher, like a scoop, slam, sit out, bomb kind of thing. Pretty effective. And after the match, both Harley and Saraya attack Mariah, but her BFF Mina Shirakawa comes to her aid and prevents more damage. And then she teases a lip lock, but unfortunately for us, that don't happen. Who didn't want to see that? I know I did. I wanted to see it. Now, Pac and Death Triangle reuniting. Are they? Are they going to reunite now that Rey Fenix is back? I don't know if they're going to reunite because then Rey Fenix is going to be out with an injury again. Because he didn't insist on doing those type of moves, high risk, that AEW loves to do. They don't give a fuck about the health of their wrestlers. Let's just let them do these things that should be used at a pay-per-view only or at a special event. No, they do it every week. And on the hardest part of the ring, right? The ring apron, right? I don't know why. The Bang Bang Gang, they interject and they tell Pac that the Death Triangle are DOA. And is he more concerned with adding more gold? Yes, he is. And he's focused on his match against Rocky Romero. What is he talking about? What title? The international title? Talking about the world title? He had that run. Not although he wasn't the champion, but he did have that run where he was carrying that championship, and MJF had to keep tracking him down, keep failing to get it, and then finally got it back. But then it's like, is that what he's focused on? They're the undisputed now, trios champion, now that the useless ROH six-man tag match title is gone now. All the titles there should be gone. Where is Athena? You see other people from ROH making their, not debuts, but they're making their appearances on thing, and then on Dynamite, Collision, I'm sure too, and Rampage, and she's nowhere to be found. I mean, I don't watch Collision, I don't watch Rampage, so maybe she's making appearances there. But how about Dynamite? Dynamite is the, it's like Raw to WWE. It's the flagship show. How come she's not on it? She's just wasting away on ROH. It's just like when WWE, when all these people are wasting away on main event. What's the point of that? Now, Malakai Black talks in a vignette regarding Adam Copeland. He says, "Once upon a time, there was a boy, all hopes and dreams. And that boy, becoming a man, manifested his dreams into reality. Now this man was so pivotal to the industry that he changed his landscape. But then the man had started fearing death and became painfully aware of his own mortality. So the way to enjoy life and cast out the shadows that gave him everything. All in exchange for a wife, children, and things that were in the light of the sun rather than the fast-track suicidal shadows of death. The man really created a facade from who he really was. And thus the devil sent a man from the house. And why? Well, the man named Adam had to be reminded who he really was. Not the husband, the father, the champion for the people. All I have to do is kill the facade, prove to the world that this man is a vile, cold-hearted, evil son of a bitch. And I have to bring new hope to the brink of death so that you may live again. And it fades to black, no pun intended. And he says a cold-hearted, evil son of a bitch. We've seen how Edge can be in WWE. And as Adam Copeland hasn't shown that side yet. He was so focused on taking down and taking out and unseating the then TNT champion Christian that maybe he needs to do that. And he'll use it for good, not for evil, because it looks like Malakai Black is looking to maybe bring him over to the House of Black side. But in a moment, he definitely wants to punish him. And like he said, bring the new cope to the brink of death so that he may live again. Now the world champ and the challenger come face to face. A very good promo between the two. And the champs retain. He's in a foul mood. The champ is in a foul, pissed off mood and is in a fighting mood. And why? Well, we see the footage of Swerve be attacked by Christian and his family. It's funny when you become AEW champion. Everybody wants a piece of you, figuratively and literally. With that being said, Christian, I can't blame you for doing what you did. Hell, I would have done, and I have done some of those things too. You see someone at the top, you go for someone at the top. And make no mistake about it. Swerve is the Conor McDavid of all elite wrestling. And then I looked it up, and he is a Canadian pro hockey player for the Edmonton Oilers. Now I'm not going to wait any longer. So Christian, I want you to get your scuffed up boots, your dingy jacket, and your itchy turtleneck, and the rest of the Addams family, and bring your ass down here. And we're going to have this conversation right now. Christian's music hits. And Christian starts. He says, "Whoa, look at this. Our world heavyweight champion standing right there in the middle of the ring in the city of self-proclaimed champions." And then the crowd cheers. He said self-proclaimed champions, you dorks. It goes to show why I always say these guys want to cheer everything. Sometimes I don't think they're listening. It's just, let's be cool and let's cheer. We're going to cheer the cool heel. And Christian's a cool heel. But it's like, did you not hear him say, self-proclaimed champion? Self-proclaimed means you're not the champ. You make it upon yourself to say, I am the champion. Like people when they say uncrowned champion, right? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But when you say self-proclaimed champions, I don't know why a crowd would cheer for that. And he said, I hate to break it to you, Edmonton. I hate to break it to you, Edmonton, but there will be no championships this year because in a couple of hours, I can't wait to watch the Canucks stomp the Edmonton Oilers, and then they boo. Yet they cheered self-proclaimed champions. Now, speaking of stomping out, that's exactly what happened to you in the ring last week. Swerve, isn't it, Swerve? People were saying it was sick and disgusting when we pulled out one of your dreads. But Swerve, that was by design. Because I decided every week that I'm going to take thee, and then the crowd starts getting on Christian. He says, shut your mouth when I'm conducting business. Crowd gets louder. I've decided every single week I'm going to take something from you until I ultimately take what I want. Taking what it is that I want. Now, you have been riding this huge wave of momentum, and you've ridden it all the way to the World Heavyweight Championship. But the funny thing about waves is they always crash. And at Double or Nothing, it's going to crash at my feet. Swerve, you're not in my league. I am the patriarch of AEW. I am the face of TBS. I am the face of TNT, and I deserve to stand at the top of the mountain as the World Heavyweight Champion. After Double or Nothing, when the dust has settled, Swerve, and the crowd, Christian says, I said, shut your mouth when I'm conducting my business. Yeah, they were pretty damn loud and rowdy. You can take comfort in knowing when your walls are crashing in, when Swerve's house has been foreclosed on, that you can see gold whenever you want, even though you won't be champion anymore. All you have to do is look yourself in the mirror, and you can see those stupid gold teeth, unless I take those from you right now. Christian makes a beeline to the ring, but Swerve reminds Christian that he told his ass he wasn't coming alone. And then in tow, he has the Gates of Agony, Toa Leona, and Bishop Khan, along with Brian Cage. He says, what's wrong, Christian? Says Swerve, I want you to get in this ring so bad so I can beat your ass down like Kendrick Lamar did to Drake this past weekend. The crowd cheers. I don't give a fuck about Drake or Kendrick Lamar. Let's move on. And that won't be the last time that someone from the West Coast took out a fake father from Toronto. Come on, says Swerve. Get in here and face the TBS, TNT. Come in here, be the face, of TBS, TNT, the patriarch of AEW. You got here from playing the politic game. I had to work my ass off and get beat down and get back up again to be the AEW World Champion. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget that. So I dare you, come get it. Come take my gold teeth. Come take my gold championship. Oh, that's right. You won't, says Swerve, as the crowd chants whose house? Swerve's house. That would put Christian in a very uncomfortable position, wouldn't it? We all know with Christian's face in an uncomfortable position, he's going to say, I quit. Is that alluding to an I quit match? Christian raises the mic to his mouth, but lowers it. Did he shut Christian up? But just as I suspected it, Brian Cage attacks Swerve from behind, and the Gates of Agony join in on the beatdown, putting the champ away with a triple powerbomb. And is this a way for Christian to take away something from him? Makes sense to me. And they are not done as Cage throws the champ to the outside and looks to put him through the announce desk, as they do hustle that as Christian and his family smile and walk off to the back. Don't know if that's what I meant to write. But Christian looking on, smiling, as the Gates of Agony put Swerve through that table, announce table. I know this was going to happen. They are heels. They were not with these guys for the longest time, with Swerve and Nana, and then they're gonna align with him just because they were all aligned before. Swerve is a babyface now. Those guys still are heels. You know, they're monster heels. Gates of Agony and Brian Cage, and I swear, I don't know why they're making these guys look like scrubs sometimes. Toa Liona and Bishop Khan are like beasts, man. They are like a team that I can easily see in WWE dominate teams like the Viking Raiders and, you know, Street Profits, the New Day, or the Through Day, I like to call them. And these other tag teams, they would fit. But no, they're languishing in mediocrity over here, and oh, they're involved in a thing, but this is probably going to be a one and done, and you're not going to see them. They're probably going to be on ROH until Tony Khan says, yeah, let's bring them in and put them in this spot. You know, a little shine, and then they're going to let that shine on those shoes go dingy again, and then, you know, be all rough and scuffed up and all that stuff. That's why he treats these people like damn boots, like shoes, like, you know, oh, nice and shiny, you know, like it's shining up, looking really nice. Put it there, right there. Oh, look at it, everybody. Takes it, just throws it, rolls in the dirt, stays there until somebody comes back and says, hey, get those shoes right there and let's shine them up again and put them on display. Is that what Tony Khan likes to do? He has over like 100,000 people signed, and then he only uses about 1,000, which is like 100, you know, people he may have signed, and then only like 10 or 20 of them get used. And then it's mainly like 10, maybe 5 that he features. Right? You know? Anyway, backstage, the Young Bucks are overjoyed. And Christian approaches them and states, great idea, gentlemen. Been a pleasure doing business with you. It's the start of a very fruitful working relationship. So the Young Bucks are, you know, flexing their muscle now that they are temporarily in charge of AEW while Tony Khan is nursing his injuries, so to speak. That fake ass neck brace that he has on. He's still fake. He's still like nursing that. Now, the TBS champ Will Nightingale successfully defended against Sky Blue on Rampage. Looks very physical kind of match, man. What was it called? I forgot the name of it, but yeah, they were going through all kinds of things. Sky Blue, you know, got slammed into a damn bunch of tacks, going through tables. What was it? Something Massacre. That was the name of it. I forgot the first part of that, but I'm telling you, you know, those two girls went at it, and the little bit of footage that I watched, sometimes I'm going, maybe I should have watched Rampage. No, maybe not. That should have been on Dynamite. Because no matter what you do, the people that have not stopped watching that show will not watch it, even if you say there's this type of match. Even if they said, oh, you know, it's going to be a throwaway match, and then you see the footage, you're like, oh, damn, I missed that? That doesn't mean we're going to go watch it. I know I'm not. Because with my luck, I'll go watch Rampage because it's a highly anticipated match, and then it's nothing but garbage. So, you know, I ain't going to get set up for damn disappointment. I'll tell you that much. Now, she's not feeling great. She has a shiner to show for it. But emotionally, spiritually, you can never beat the smile off her face. She's ready for any challenge, whether it be Dynamite, match, Rampage, Collision, any sort of international challenger. So Double or Nothing is really just another stop in being a champion. So the question isn't if I'm ready. The real question is, Mercedes Moné ready? So Mercedes, are you ready? Are you ready for me? Are you ready for Double or Nothing? Because last time we stepped foot inside of the ring, I walked out the victor. That she did. And I have so much respect for you. I really feel sorry you got hurt. And that was the end of your year. But since then, I have had the run. I've been on the run of my life. I became New Japan Strong Women's Champion. I've won the Owen Cup. And now I am your TBS champion. So you might win all the red carpet opportunities. You might win the headlines. You might win all the attention. But in a professional wrestling match, I'm going to be the winner. May 26th in Las Vegas. Are you ready? You better be ready. So, are you ready for the fight of our lives? What do I think about that? Willow's ready. Is Mercedes ready? I'm just reiterating what she said. You know, I'm not really looking forward to the match because if it is, if it is what I think it's gonna be, like how Tony Khan likes to book these matches, is so predictable. He paints himself in a corner where there's no way out because he's already set up Willow to lose. He's already made it a situation where he's putting Mercedes Moné in a position where, you know, she didn't even earn that spot. She just said, "I want that spot. I want the next, champion, whoever it is between Willow and Julia." It's just like every match that he does, main event matches, whatever, it's always like, we know this person's going to win. This person can't lose. Why? Because it's the person's first match. And someone with a high caliber, what a big major signing by AEW, and that was Mercedes Moné. She's going to lose her first match. I'd be surprised if they swerved us like that. But then if that happens, her, even after debuting, doing, promos and all that stuff, what's going to happen is that if she loses, then everybody's going to say, she's a bust. Tony Khan decided to make her lose in her first match. Why didn't Tony make her earn it by having matches, not every week, maybe every other week, but at least something? Go to Collision, go to Rampage, go to to Dynamite. No. Put her right in a championship match and set her up for failure. She may win the title, but that's a failure to me because she didn't do anything to earn it. That's how you book her. That's how you book Mercedes Moné. So you're saying, you're pretty much saying it to us, but then you're telling your own talent there that you can walk into my company, this Tony Khan speaking, with Mercedes Moné's, her resume and all that stuff, and she don't need to earn nothing. We'll just give it to her. What do you think they're going to think? They're going to go, what the hell? Like, do we have to go and be big like her and then come back and then Tony's going to give me a title shot like that? That really ain't cool. It ain't. Like I said, Tony Khan is shit when it comes to booking, when it comes to creative. He needs to delegate the authority, delegate the responsibilities, and he's not. Because he's selfish and he wants to be I'll just say his name just so that I can make the clear, Vince McMahon Jr. Look at the way, old Vinnie Mac there booked, creative and all that stuff, and then look at Tony Khan. It's like mirror images. They want it all for themselves. They want to be the last word, the last name, the last vote, the last say. Tony Khan has said this in the past. He wants one path. He doesn't want to give delegation here and the delegation there because it's like it's all going to be a different, focus, a different direction, and he wants it all to be one. Instead of him realizing that you take direction from him and direction from these other people, and then you are the one that makes the final decision as to what fits and what doesn't. But you don't want nobody to put any kind of input in. Now, Switchblade Jay White, one half of the Unified Trios champions, I said earlier. And Rocky Romero. Who is he? I mean, I know who, but should I care? And who wins this match? Of course, it's Jay White, who is the Blade Runner. Come on. Was there going to be another outcome? And then Pac heads to the ring, a little payback for the earlier comments. But the Bang Bang Gang get the hell out of the ring and leave Pac all by his lonesome. Why would they leave him there? Why wouldn't they leave him there? He's going to beat their ass. He can beat all three of them. Pac's a damn fucking, he's a dynamo, man. He's somebody who just all over the ring, like fucking Tasmanian devil. You know what I'm saying? These guys don't want no piece of him, because if they did, why did they get out the ring? There's three of them. One to him. You're telling me that the Guns and Jay White together aren't like a dominant, faction? They could take down somebody, one person. Goes to show that there's something there with where they put Pac at. that guy he's a guy who's a damn threat. And then Phoenix and Penta together, all three, they could try to regain the damn trios championships. They won them, right? Just then in case I'm wrong, but I think it is. But anyway, we see a vignette play, and it's the former world champion Samoa Joe who's heard saying, "What drives a warrior to do what he does?" A lot of people think that it's ambition, that it's the need to conquest. No. What drives a warrior is fear. Fear of left wanting. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of meeting an opponent you cannot surmount. So many people will tell you these are the qualities that make up a warrior. And that I am one of these men. And you would be mistaken, for I am not the warrior that fears. I am what these men fear in the first place. He ain't lying. Samoa Joe is somebody who, from the moment I saw him in TNA, early 2000s, he's running WWE. A lot of people say that he should have had a better run, but he had a great run in NXT. 3-time NXT champion. I believe he was the first one. And even like the last one was pretty much a blur. Pretty quick run, but NXT was dominant. He had some great feuds he had there. Brock and others. But it's like they ended up with being a commentator. It's almost like they mirrored the Macho Man. Macho Man still had years left to go in the ring. Made him a commentator. And then he goes to WCW, and I believe he won the damn world title 3 times. So he shows that he had plenty of gas in that tank. He wasn't on E, not even close to E. And then they did what they did on. Now, the learning tree. Chris Jericho and Big Bill tagged to compete against Mo Jabari and Harlan Abbott. And in the end, it was a Judas effect on Harlan Abbott. Then what do you want from me? A play-by-play and rundown? I think not. And Jericho wants to still play the schmarmy heel that is thankful and has that cheesy fucking smile on his face. I hate this version of Jericho. Then he gets heat from the crowd because he says Calgary instead of Hartford. And he lost me. And likes to get out of here with the damn pleasantries and the kudos he gives to Bill. Fuck him. I skipped this shit. Really. Now, main event time, and it's a no DQ match between the TNT champion Adam Copeland and Brody King. It's off to a good start, back and forth. But Brody working Cope's neck, finishing a sequence of attacks with a neck breaker on the ropes by Brody. He is having his way outside the ring and looks to take the TNT champ out completely. But a dive onto Cope on a barricade. He attempted that, but Brody missed and takes the barricade himself. Then after a sequence of offense, we see Cope nail a DDT onto the chair laid out on the apron, driving Brody into that chair. Brutal shit here. Now, speaking of brutal, we see a brutal amount of blood spewing from the skull of Brody, but Adam Copeland is the one worse for wear, and he brutalizes Cope and sends him into a steel chair in the corner. And after a while, these types of matches take their toll. Of course on the competitors, but I'm talking about myself. You can only watch this shit for so long. I mean, I was a huge fan of Saw. But then by the 4th one, I was sick of the gore and the attitude of the filmmakers thinking, let's see how much more gore we can put in a Saw film, And of course, we see an ending to an Adam Copeland match by him connecting with a spear and successful defense of his TNT title. O'Reilly does come out to aid Cope, who is being attacked post-match. Is there an ulterior motive for O'Reilly coming out to attack? To aid Adam Copeland, who was being attacked? Food for thought. Now the CEO responds to Willow in her affected voice. She just babbles. And I am just over her and the whole, you know, I don't know, the way she just, you know, just an example. She goes, I am ready for Willow at Double or Nothing. And then she actually said, I am that bitch. Like, I mean, talk about copyright infringement on Jade Cargill. Did she say that in there? She said that, right? I do recall. I don't know. Are they going to give, you know, Mercedes, Jade Cargill's, you know, her, what do you call it? Her script, and then also her title run. When she wins the title, the TBS title, she's going to get all these, you know, these jobbers and local enhancement talent and, you know, the lower rung, you know, female superstars, female wrestlers there in AEW. She's going to rack up a 60-0 record like that too. I mean, I'm going to put it past Tony Khan. And then she ends it with a cute catchphrase, which she is all about. All style, no substance. And then she says she will wipe that stupid smile off her stupid face talking about Willow. And she says, enjoy your time as TBS champ, Willow, because at Double or Nothing, money changes everything. Oh, she took a line from, that's the name of Cyndi Lauper's song, Money Changes Everything. Boy, she sure is original, ain't she? And then Adam Copeland and O'Reilly are going to face off for the TNT title at Collision. Like, talking about this, he's there with Copeland, and he says that, you know, it was cool. He wanted to make sure he was okay. He came out to his aid. And then he talks about the TNT title. He says, hey, can I get my shot? And then here's Adam Copeland. He's like, is that the only reason why you saved me? And he goes, you know, I get it. He said, you know, he's cool with it and everything. And he pretty much says, you got it. So there you are at Collision. Interesting match, especially the fact that how Adam Copeland and Brody Lee, God rest his soul, Brody King, their match is very good. It's going to be a pretty good match here. I think it's going to push Adam Copeland to be more technical. He had to be brutal like he was because he ain't going to be doing no, what's that, catches, can, whatever, however you call that thing, where it's just all holds and spinning toe holds and, you know, going behind the back of somebody and putting them in a damn, you know, hammer lock and all that stuff. That's not going to happen with Brody Lee. But with, what do you call it? And Edge is a technical wrestler, Adam Copeland. I don't want the AEW fans to, you know, wish me, you know, curse me and all that stuff, going like this and, ooh, you know. I get it. I'm still used to him being Edge, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And that's going to be that match, so that's going to be cool. Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to hear about the match. I don't know if I'm going to see it because it's on Collision. Now, the Bucks are out here to talk. And what is it? I wonder. Okada says to Omega to get well soon. Says it with a sarcastic tone. He's waving to him like he cares, because we know he doesn't. Now, TK, he gets some love from Matthew. And he says to get well soon. And then talks about giving him a TK driver because he got out of his way. Maybe they should do that every often so that he can get some sense knocked into him so that he'll book better. He'll rely on creative from Jericho and Danielson and Dustin Rhodes and the others that are back there. Maybe that's what's needed. And I'm like, will you guys just accept the damn challenge? And then they do, finally. And then FDR comes out. And who will join them at Anarchy in the Arena? Well, first, it's the Mad King Eddie Kingston. And Bryan Danielson. Okay, I'm digging this lineup for Team AEW. I wish could have been a 5-on-5. We have Omega in there. Makes me wonder who the Bucks would get. They have other people that they can bring in, right? Well, now, in the ring, they face off. 4 men on either side. And then we get the proverbial throwdown inside the ring. And at the end, I am on the fence for this episode of Dynamite. Last week, like I said, it's the best programming, best show last week. Even over Backlash, and I love Backlash. Raw and SmackDown were good, but AEW nailed it. Then this week ain't over yet, but there's no wrestling this weekend. So I think Dynamite's to the bottom rung. I don't know. Setup, yes, a lot of it. Willow and Mercedes, they got to talk. Are they going to face off next week in the ring and really talk to each other? They have in the past, but this is the first time that they've really put their true feelings out there and stuff like that. I mean, in the sense that they were very, very focused. Like, it wasn't just a passing thing, and then, you know, Mercedes does this and she starts dancing, and then she just walks out the ring. Let's get some heat behind this. Real heat. You know? There is some real heat. You know, she actually was injured in that match for the, for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. She got injured. They had to do like a, what do you call that? A damn, what's the word? When they have to think on the fly and change things, right? And then they decided to give it to Willow. You know? Let's do something about that, and then, I like the face-off between Swerve and Christian. It's proving to be looking to be a good world title match. I'm pumped for it. I pretty much am. I love both these guys. I think they're great. Swerve has really come into his own from being the leader of Hit Row and, being saddled with those bums. Even though they got B-Fab in a good role as the valet sidekick, whatever you want to call it, to the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. What do they call this on TNA? AJ, what's his name? Last name, but the one that played Top Dollar or Flop Dollar, And then, of course, Shante the Adonis, they had him teamed with Cedric the Entertainer. Oh, that would be something, wouldn't it? Cedric Alexander. And it looked good, It was like the, what do you call it? Cedric Alexander was trying on different looks. And then Ashante is like, nah, kind of looking and judging what look would work. And it's basically just nodding his head. I'm going, this is pretty intriguing. And then they just dropped it. What else are you going to have those two guys do? How about you keep going on with that tag team? Maybe they've been doing it on Main Event. Maybe they've been doing it on other shows, but I just haven't seen it. Put them on, NXT. Wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't help, but then it wouldn't hurt either. So it looks good. And then, of course, the swerve, no pun intended, to the man himself, but then you see his boys. Well, he thought he was his boys. They end up attacking him, and they end up turning their back on him. But then again, they weren't ever there to begin with for a long ass time. Whereas these three men have been when it comes to Swerve and Nana, and then Nana was quite conspicuous by his absence. But at the same time, we know why he's down. He got the old Wayne's World done to him by Nick Wayne. Knocked poor Nana out, and we couldn't see him do his dance. Everybody's up for that. I am. Didn't get to see Nana dance. Damn Nick Wayne. What the fuck's wrong with that boy? Dare he, right? How dare he take Nana from us temporarily? But this show was it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know what it is. It just did not stick with me. It didn't lay there. Maybe I should just say it laid there. Like lay an egg. Like it was just there. I saw the wrestling. Saw the promos. Good action here and there. But it just didn't do anything. It didn't stick like rice sticks to the damn pan like that. It just, just slid off. Like it just didn't have no kind of staying power. Nothing. I don't know. I'm looking forward to Double or Nothing. I think Double or Nothing is going to be good. It's looking good. It's looking to be a good thing. But where do we go from there after Double or Nothing? When it comes to Mercedes, she's going to win the title. Where does that leave Willow? Willow gonna go to ROH? Maybe she'll go after the Forever Champion and what's her name, Athena, and take that title. Why not? Make her the belt collector. Have her collect all the belts in AEW. Make her look strong. Make Willow look strong. You know. But you know, don't get me wrong. Those of you who liked Dynamite, more power to you. God bless you. I didn't like it. Like I said, it just didn't stick. I'm just like, I don't know. Like I said, yeah, like I said, the things that I said, good. Great segment, great promos, like I said, between the world champ and the challenger there. Then you see the revealing of Team AEW. Very good. But it's weird when you say something is good, but then people will say, well then, Serge T, you said you didn't like it. It didn't stick. Yeah, it just didn't stick. You know how when you eat something really good, like, damn, this is good, and then you think to yourself, it wasn't good after all. What the fuck? What was, you know, I thought it was. There was some good things about it, but it kind of stuck to my stomach wrong, or it kind of just went straight through me, and I had to be in the bathroom 3 or 4 times, you know? Just like that, you know? I'm never on here to be like, to go after people and go, man, you guys suck if you even think this thing was great. If you thought it was great, like I said, more power to you. Okay, you can like whatever you like. I'm not going to tell you differently. But like I said, I am brutally honest. I will say what I like and what I didn't like about this. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to tickle your, you know, tickle you under your chin, you know, that shuka, like you do to a little cat, you know, a little kitten, a cute kitten. You go, oh, shuka, you know. You know, I'm not here to coddle you. I'm not here to sugarcoat it, and I'm not here to pussyfoot around the subject. It's like, you like it, what I think, or you don't like it. Either or, you know. Don't come at me because I don't agree with you, and then you're going to call me all kinds of names. I don't care if you do. That's your prerogative. But I'm not going to agree with you. You're not going to agree with me. That's how it is. That's how it should be. That's adults. That's how adults interact. I don't know if I'm going to have, you know, teenagers, 17-year-olds, younger like that, you know, they haven't figured out what to like and dislike, how to go with the crowd and how to think for yourself, you know. Yes, that's a good thing. But always know that you're not going to, what's the word, but you're not going to agree all the time. Because that's impossible. You can agree to disagree sometimes, and you just can't come to the conclusion that you're not liking what I like, I'm not liking what you like. Okay. Let's just agree to disagree. And that's how life is sometimes. That's how life is. Like I said, some parts of Dynamite I enjoyed, but some parts were like, you know, it just leaves more questions than answers. But anyway, that's my video. Before I end it, please do like I always ask and that I request of you. Please, you know, click like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, I'm always seeing an uptick of subscribers, and I thank you for that. Also, click that notification button, however you can find it. Click all. I believe that's on mobile only. But anyway, that's all I'm asking. And, you know, please continue to support my channel. I appreciate that. All of you who do, and all of you who have been tuning in. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's some things you want seen done. Maybe some changes. I'm open for it. I'm on X, Search T channel. You can go there. You can go in my DMs. You can tweet at me. You know, whatever. But anyway, that's my video. So for those of you who stopped by and checked it out, I appreciate it. Thank you very much as always. And until next time, take care, and I will see you in my next video.